Blog Talk Radio.
Shalom Aleichem guys, so just because I'm very generous, so I wanted to share with you the way I'm praying Shemona Esrei, the davening, the prayer that we're praying 3 times a day, Shacharit, Mincha, and Arvit, morning, noon, and evening. And if you'll find it inspiring, so you can pray like me, and if not, so you're more than welcome to pray in your own way. Anyway, I think it can help you. Just to hear and listen to the way that I pronounce those words in the holy language, like that it's written in the Siddur. So first I'm starting with אשר יושבי ביתך, עוד יעללו חסלה, אשרי העם שככה לא שם שאדוני אלוהיו, תהילה לדוד ארום ממך אלוהי המלך, ואברך שמך לעולם ועד, בכל יום אברכך והללה שמך לעולם ועד, גדול אדוני מהולל מאוד, ולגדולתו אין חקר, דור לדור ישבח מעשיך וגבורותיך, יגידו הדר כבוד הודיך, ודברי נפלאותיך עשיך, ועזוז נורותיך יאמרו גדולתך ספרנה, זכר רב טובך יביעו בצדקתך, ירננו חנון ורחום אדוני אל כפיים וגדול חסד, טוב אדוני לכל ורחמיו על כל מעשיו, ידוך אדוני כל מעשיך, וחסידיך יברכוך, כבוד מלכותך יאמרו גבורתך ידברו, להודיע לבני אדם גבורתיו וכבוד אדר מלכותו, מלכותך מלכות כל העולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור, סומך אדוני לכל הנופלים וזוקף לכל הכפופים, אין יכול אליך יסבר, ובאת נותן להם את אוכלם בעיתו, פותח את ידיך ומשביע לכל חי רצון, צדיק אדוני בכל דרכיו וחסיד בכל מעשיו, קרוב אדוני לכל קוריו בכל אשר יקראו, באמת רצון יראה ויעשה ואת שבתם ישמע ויושיעם, שומר אדוני את כל אוהביו ואת כל הרשעים ישמיד, תהילת אדוני ידבר פיו יברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם, הללויה. אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים, אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לישני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים, אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יעללו חסלה, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש, אתה חונן לאדם דעת ומלמד לאנוש בינה, חוננו מאיתך חוכמה בינה ודעת, ברוך אתה אדוני חונן הדעת, השיבנו אבינו לתורתך וקרבנו מלכנו לעבודתך, והחזירנו בתשובה שלמה לפניך, ברוך אתה אדוני הרוצה בתשובה, סלח לנו אבינו כי חטאנו, מחל לנו מלכנו כי פשענו, כי אל טוב וסלח אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני חנון המרבה לסלוח, ראינה ועוניינו וריבה ריבנו, גלנו גאולה שלמה מהרה למען שמך, כי אל גואל חזק אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני גואל ישראל, רפאנו אדוני ונרפא הושיענו ונבשע כי תהילתנו אתה, ועל רפואה שלמה לכל מכותינו, כי אל מלך רופא נאמן ורחמן אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני רופא חולי עמו ישראל, ברך עלינו אדוני אלוהינו את השנה הזאת ואת כל מיני תבואתה לטובה, ותן ברכה על פני האדמה וסבנו מטובה, וברך שנתנו כשנים הטובות לברכה, כי אל טוב ומטיב אתה ומברך השנים, ברוך אתה אדוני מברך השנים, תקע בשופר גדול לחירותנו, ושנף וקבץ גלויותינו, וקבצנו יחד מהרה מארבע כנפות הארץ לארצנו, ברוך אתה אדוני מקבץ מלכי עמו ישראל, השיב השופטנו כבראשונה ויועצנו כבתחילה, יסר ממנו יגון והנחה ומלוך עלינו מהרה, אתה אדוני לבדך בחסד וברחמים, וצדקנו בצדק ובמשפט, ברוך אתה אדוני מלך אוהב צדקה ומשפט, ולמרשינים אל תהי תקווה, וכל המינים כרגע יובד, ובכל לבי עמך מהרה יקראת ובזדים, מהרה תעקר ותשבר ותמגר ותחלם במהרה בימינו, ברוך אתה אדוני שובר אויבים ומכניע זדים, על הצדיקים ועל החסידים ועל זקני שאריתם בית ישראל, ועל פתת בית ספריהם ועל גירי הצדק, ועלינו ימון הרחמך אדוני אלוהינו, ותן שכר טוב לכל הבוטחים בשמך באמת, ושים חלקנו עמהם ולעולם לא נבוש, כי בך בטחנו, ועל חסדך הגדול באמת ובתמים נשענו. ברוך אתה אדוני משענו מבטח לצדיקים. ולירושלים עירך ברחמים תשוב ותשכון בתוכה כאשר דיברת, ובנה אותה בקרוב בימינו בניין עולם. וכיסא דוד עבדך מהרה לתוכה תכין. ברוך אתה אדוני בונה ירושלים. את צמח דוד עבדך מהרה תצמיח, וקרנות ארום בישועתך, כי לישועתך קיווינו כל היום ומצפים לישועה. ברוך אתה אדוני מצמיח קרן ישועה. אב הרחמן שמה קולנו, אדוני אלוהינו חוש ורחם עלינו, וקבל ברחמים וברצון את תפילתנו. כי אל שומע תפילות ותחנונים אתה, ומלפניך מלכנו רקם אל תשיבנו. חוננו ועננו שמע תפילתנו, כי אתה שומע תפילת כל פה עמך ישראל ברחמים. ברוך אתה אדוני שומע תפילה. רצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל, ולתפילתם והשבת העבודה לדביר ביתך ואישי ישראל ותפילתם. מהרה באהבה תקבל ברצון, ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך, ואתה ברחמך הרבים תחפוץ בנו ותרצנו ותחזנה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים. ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו לציון. מודיעים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו לעולם ועד, צורנו צור חיינו מגן אישנו אתה הוא. לדור ודור נודה לך ונספר תהילתך על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלאותיך וטובותיך שבכל עת ערב הבוקר וצהריים הטוב. כי לא חלו רחמך והמרחמים כי לא תמוך חסדיך, כי מעולם קיווינו לך. ועל כולם יתברך ויתרומם ויתנשא שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד, בכל החיים יודוך סלע. יהללו ויברכו את שמך הגדול באמת לעולם, כי טוב האל ישועתנו ועזרתנו סלע אל הטוב. ברוך אתה אדוני הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות. שים שלום טובה וברכה חיים חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל עמך. ברכנו אבינו כולנו כאחד באור פניך, כי באור פניך נתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו תורת חיים ואהבת חסד וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום. וטוב יהיה בעיניך לברכנו ולברך את כל עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך ברוב עוז ושלום. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. אלוהי מסור לשוני נורא ושפתיים מדבר מרמה ולי מחללי נפשי תדום. ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אפתח ליבי בתורתך, ואחרי מצוותיך תרדוף נפשי. וכל הקמים והחשודים עלי לרעה נראה שרצתם וקלקל מחשבתם. עשה למען שמך, עשה למען ימינך, עשה למען תורתך, עשה למען קדושתך, למען יחלצון ידידיך. הושיע ימינך וענני. עשה שלום במרומיו וברחמיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ואמרו אמן. In that part in the end that I was quiet, that was the place that I was praying my individual prayer, requesting a short request that I'm asking every day on all of my beloved ones and for myself, and that, Bezrat Hashem, is the way to pray Shmona Esrei. You do it usually quietly, you're whispering that prayer, but because I wanted to teach you, that's why I was saying it out loud. You can hear from it and be happy and go and do it on your own, and may Hashem answer all your prayers and requests. Amen.
Open thou my lips, my lips, my lips, my lips.
Adonai שפתי תפתח, 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 תפתח.
and my mouth shall show forth thy praise, thy praise, thy praise, thy praise, thy praise, thy praise.
ופי יגיד תהילתך, 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 תהילתך.
I'm going to testify.
My Lord, open my lips, and my mouth shall declare your praise. Blessed are you, Lord, our God and God of our fathers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, the great, mighty, and awesome God, exalted God who bestows bountiful kindness, who creates all things, who remembers the piety of the patriarchs, and who in love brings a Redeemer to their children's children for the sake of his name. O King, you are a helper, a savior, and a shield. Blessed are you, Lord, shield of Abraham. You are mighty forever, my Lord. You resurrected dead, you are powerful to save. You sustain the living with loving kindness, resurrected dead with great mercy, support the falling, heal the sick, release the bound, and fulfill your trust to those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, mighty one, and who can be compared to you, King, who brings death and restores life and causes deliverance to spring forth. You are trustworthy to revive the dead. Blessed are you, Lord, who revives the dead. We will hallow and adore you as the sweet words of the assembly of the holy seraphim, who twice repeat, Holy unto you, as it is written by your prophet. And they call one to another and say, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of the hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. Blessed be the glory of the Lord from its place. And in your holy scriptures it is written thus, the Lord shall reign forever, your God, O Zion, throughout all generations. Praise the Lord. You are holy, and your name is holy, and holy beings praise you daily for all eternity. Blessed are you, Lord, the holy God. You graciously bestow knowledge upon man and teach mortals understanding. Graciously bestow upon us from you wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Blessed are you, Lord, who graciously bestows knowledge. Cause us to return, our Father, to your Torah. Draw us near, our King, to your service, and bring us back to you in wholehearted repentance. Blessed are you, Lord, who desires repentance. Pardon us, our Father, for we have sinned. Forgive us, our King, for we have transgressed. For you are a good and forgiving God. Blessed are you, Lord, gracious one who pardons abundantly. O behold our affliction and wage our battle. Redeem us speedily for the sake of your name. For you, God, are the mighty Redeemer. Blessed are you, Lord, Redeemer of Israel. Heal us, O Lord, and we will be healed. Help us, and we will be saved. For you are our praise. Grant complete cure and healing to all our wounds. For you, Almighty King, are a faithful and merciful healer. Blessed are you, Lord, who heals the sick of his people, Israel. Bless for us, Lord, our God, this year, and all the varieties of his produce for good, and bestow blessing upon the face of the earth. Satisfy us from your bounty, and bless our year like other good years, for blessing. For you are a generous God, who bestows goodness and blesses the years. Blessed are you, Lord, who blesses the years. Sound the great shofar for our freedom. Raise a banner to gather our exiles, and bring us together from the four corners of the earth into our land. Blessed are you, Lord, who gathers the dispersed of this people, Israel. Restore our judges as in former times, and our counselors as of yore. Remove from us sorrow and sighing, and reign over us. You alone, O Lord, with kindness and compassion, with righteousness and justice.
Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
I'm going to testify what Jah has done for Rewind and come back, selector.
O Lord, open thou my lips, my lips, my lips, my lips.
Adonai שפתי תפתח, 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 תפתח.
And my mouth shall show forth thy praise, thy praise, thy praise, thy praise, thy praise, thy praise.
ופי יגיד תהילתך, תהילתך, תהילתך.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about outside
My Lord, open my lips, and my mouth shall declare your praise. Blessed are you, Lord, our God and God of our fathers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, the great, mighty, and awesome God, exalted God who bestows bountiful kindness, who creates all things, who remembers the piety of the patriarchs, and who in love brings the redeemers to their children's children for the sake of his name. O King, you are a helper, a savior, and a shield. Blessed are you, Lord, shield of Abraham. You are mighty forever, my Lord. You resurrected dead, you are powerful to save. You sustain the living with loving kindness, resurrected dead with great mercy, support the falling, heal the sick, release the bound, and fulfill your trust to those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, mighty one, and who can be compared to you, King, who brings death and restores life and causes deliverance to spring forth? You are trustworthy to revive the dead. Blessed are you, Lord, who revives the dead. We will hallow and adore you as the sweet words of the assembly of the holy seraphim, who thrice repeat, Holy unto you, as it is written by your prophet. And they call one to another and say, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of the hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. Blessed be the glory of the Lord from its place. And in your holy scriptures it is written thus, the Lord shall reign forever, your God, O Zion, throughout all generations. Praise the Lord. You are holy, and your name is holy, and holy beings praise you daily for all eternity. Blessed are you, Lord, the holy God. You graciously bestow knowledge upon man and teach mortals understanding. Graciously bestow upon us from you wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Blessed are you, Lord, who graciously bestows knowledge. Cause us to return, our Father, to your Torah. Draw us near, our King, to your service, and bring us back to you in wholehearted repentance. Blessed are you, Lord, who desires penitence. Pardon us, our Father, for we have sinned. Forgive us, our King, for we have transgressed. For you are a good and forgiving God. Blessed are you, Lord, gracious one who pardons abundantly. Oh, behold our affliction and wage our battle. Redeem us speedily for the sake of your name. For you, God, are the mighty Redeemer. Blessed are you, Lord, Redeemer of Israel. Heal us, O Lord, and we will be healed. Help us, and we will be saved. For you are our praise. Grant complete cure and healing to all our wounds. For you, Almighty King, are a faithful and merciful healer. Blessed are you, Lord, who heals the sick of his people, Israel. Bless for us, Lord our God, this year, and all the varieties of his body for good, and bestow blessing upon the face of the earth. Satisfy us from your bounty, and bless our year like other good years for blessing. For you are a generous God who bestows goodness and blesses the years. Blessed are you, Lord, who blesses the years. Sound the great shofar for our freedom. Raise a banner to gather our exiles, and bring us together from the four corners of the earth into our land. Blessed are you, Lord, who gathers the dispersed of his people, Israel. Restore our judges as in former times, and our counselors as of yore. Remove from us sorrow and sighing, and reign over us. You alone, O Lord, with kindness and compassion, with righteousness and justice. Blessed are you, Lord, King, who loves righteousness and justice. Let there be no hope for reformers, and may all the heretics and all the wicked instantly perish. May all the enemies of your people be speedily extirpated, and may you swiftly uproot, break, crush, and subdue the reign of wickedness speedily in our days. Blessed are you, Lord, who crushes enemies and subdues the wicked. May your mercies be aroused, Lord our God, upon the righteous, upon the pious, upon the elders of your people, the house of Israel, upon the remnant of their sages, upon the righteous proselytes, and upon us. Grant ample reward to all who truly trust in your name and place our lot among them. May we never be disgraced, for we have put our trust in you. Blessed are you, Lord, the support and security of the righteous. Return in mercy to Jerusalem, your city, and dwell therein as you have promised. Speedily establish therein the throne of David, your servant, and rebuild it soon in our days as an everlasting edifice. Blessed are you, Lord, who rebuilds Jerusalem. Speedily cause the sign of David, your servant, to flourish and increase his power by your salvation, for we hope for your salvation all day. Blessed are you, Lord, who causes the power of salvation to flourish. Hear our voice, Lord, our God, merciful Father. Have compassion upon us and accept our prayers in mercy and favor. For you are God who hears prayers and supplications. Do not turn us away empty-handed from you, our King, for you hear the prayer of everyone. Blessed are you, Lord, who hears prayer. Look with favor, Lord, our God, on your people Israel, and take heed to their prayer. Restore the service to your sanctuary and accept with love and favor Israel's fire offerings and prayer. And may the service of your people Israel always find favor. May our eyes behold your return to Zion in mercy. Blessed are you, Lord, who restores his divine presence to Zion. We thankfully acknowledge that you are the Lord, our God, and God of our fathers forever. You are the strength of our life, the shield of our salvation in every generation. We will give thanks to you and recount your praise evening, morning, and noon. For our lives which are committed into your hand, for our souls which are entrusted to you, for your miracles which are with us daily, and for your continual wonders and beneficences. You are the beneficent one, for your mercies never cease, the merciful one, for your kindness never ends, for we always place our hope in you. And for all these, may your name, our King, be continually and all living things shall forever thank you and praise your great name eternally. For you are good. God, you are everlasting salvation and help, all benevolent. God, blessed are you, Lord, beneficent is your name, and to you it is fitting to offer thanks. Bestow peace, goodness, and blessing, life, graciousness, kindness, and mercy upon us and upon all your people Israel. Bless us, our Father, and all of us as one, with the light of your countenance. For by the light of your countenance you gave us, Lord our God, the Torah of light and loving kindness, righteousness, blessing, to bless your people Israel at all times and at every moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Lord, who blesses his people Israel with peace. May the word of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable before you, Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. My God, guard my tongue from evil and my lips from speaking deceitfully. Let my soul be silent to those who curse me. Let my soul be as dust to all. Open my heart to your Torah and let my soul eagerly pursue your commandments. As for all those who plot evil against me, hasten to annul their counsel and frustrate their design. Let them be as chaff before the wind. Let the angel of the Lord thrust them away, that your beloved ones may be delivered. Help with your right hand and answer me. Do it for the sake of your name. Do it for the sake of your right hand. Do it for the sake of your Torah. Do it for the sake of your holiness. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable before you, Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. He who makes peace in his heavens, may he make peace for us and for all Israel, and say Amen. May it be your will, Lord our God and God of our fathers, that the best Hamkidash be speedily rebuilt in our days and grant us portion in your Torah. Amen.
Hear, O Israel, 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 Israel.
Shema Yisrael.
The Lord our God,
Adonai Eloheinu, 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 Eloheinu.
is one Lord, Lord, Lord,
Adonai Echad, 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 Adonai Echad.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house, and on thy gates, my 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 gates. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments which I command you this day, to love the Lord your God, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give you the rain of your land in his due season, the first rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil. And I will send grass in thy fields for thy cattle, that thou mayest eat and be full. Take heed to yourselves, that your heart be not deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. And then the Lord's wrath be kindled against you, and he shut up the heaven, that there be no rain, and that the land yield not her fruit, and lest ye perish quickly from off the good land which the Lord giveth you. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. And ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thine house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children, in the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give them, as the days of heaven upon the earth, 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 upon the earth. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a riband of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God.
מזמור פ"ב, מזמור לאסף. אלוהים ניצב בעדת אל, בקרב אלוהים ישפוט. עד מתי תשפטו עוול, ופני רשעים תישאו סלע? שפטו דל ויתום, עני ורש הצדיקו. פלטו דל ואביון, מיד רשעים הצילו. לא ידעו ולא יבינו, בחשיכה יתהלכו, ימותו כל מוסדי ארץ. אני אמרתי, אלוהים אתם, ובני עליון כולכם. אכן כאדם תמותון, וכאחת השרים תיפולו. קומה אלוהים, שפטה הארץ, כי אתה תנחל בכל הגויים.
Psalm 82.
מזמור פ"ב, מזמור לאסף.
God standeth in the congregation of the mighty, the mighty, the mighty, the mighty.
אלוהים ניצב בעדת אל.
God, the God, the God, the God, the God, the God.
בקרב אלוהים ישפוט.
How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. 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 Inherit all nations.
That's right.
The King of Oh yeah. All rise. Court is now in session.
For from the rising of the sun, even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts, 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 saith the Lord of hosts.
That's right. Rewind and come back to Lekha.
מזמור פ"ב, מזמור לאסף. אלוהים ניצב בעדת אל, בקרב אלוהים ישפוט. עד מתי תשפטו עוול, ופני רשעים תישאו סלע? שפטו דל ויתום, עני ורש הצדיקו. פלטו דל ואביון, מיד רשעים הצילו. לא ידעו ולא יבינו, בחשיכה יתהלכו, ימותו כל מוסדי ארץ. אני אמרתי, אלוהים אתם, ובני עליון כולכם. אכן כאדם תמותון, וכאחת השרים תיפולו. קומה אלוהים, שפטה הארץ, כי אתה תנחל בכל הגויים.
Psalm 82.
מזמור פרק, מזמור להשם.
God standeth in the congregation of the mighty.
אלוהים ניצב בעדת אל.
He judgeth among the gods.
בקרב אלוהים ישפוט.
How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations.
Shem Ha'av V'Habein Ruach HaKadosh. Glory be to the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Glory be. Glory be. We're going to ride up here for this portion. Sabbatical study, this I Rastafari sabbatical study for this Shabbat strong. Shalom, Chabarim, shalom for this Rastafari sabbatical study.
I said, remember what King Pharaoh do to children of Israel. Remember what King Pharaoh do to children of Israel. Jah said to Moses, go down there to free them. Jah said to Moses, go down there to free them. Yes.
Shalom, Chabarim, shalom, and here for the first Aliyah, for this Shabbat Lekha. Shabbat Lekha. Here we're at the Lamed Zain Parsha for this Rastafari sabbatical study, this Shabbat strong, this Shabbat Lekha, the Sabbath send for the I self, sendet lak tilkala chu. So here, give ear Shema Yisrael, give ear and hear. Rastafari hoy, Sema, give ear and hear. Here for the first Aliyah, for the Rishon Aliyah, for this 37th weekly Torah portion, reading and feeding. Here we pick up with the 13th chapter of the 4th book of Moshe, the Hebrew book that is called and known as Numbers, the Sefer Bamidbar. Here picking up at chapter 13 for this 37th weekly Torah portion, reading and feeding. And here for the first Aliyah, for this Shabbat. Lekha. B'Shem Ha'av Ve'Habein Ve'Ruach HaKadosh Yahweh Echad. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. He who he be, the one. Chapter 13. At Kadesh Barnea. First item, the spies sent in. And here, Shema Yisrael. Rastafari hoy, O Rastafari, Shema, give ear and hear. The Hebrew first words. Why daber Yahweh il Moshe lemor, שלחלך אנשים, ויתורו את הארץ כנען, אשר אני נותן לבני ישראל. איש אחד למטה אבותיו תשלחו כל הנשיא בהם. And the Yahweh, Yod-Heh, Weh-Heh, He who be, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, Baruch Hashem, the Holy One, blessed be He, blessed be the name, spake to Moshe, saying, Why daberi Yahweh el Moshe le'mor, send thou men, shelach lekha hanashim, send thou men, shelach lekha hanashim, ויתורו את הארץ כנען, that they may search out, ויתורו, that they may search out, spy out, ויתורו, that they may search the land of Canaan, ויתורו את הארץ כנען אשר אני נותן לבני ישראל, that which I gave to the B'nai, the sons, the children of Yisrael. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye, y'all, send a man, every one a ruler, a prince among them. Ish echad, man echad, one, man one, ish echad, le matei abotayo, tishlahu, send man one, of every tribe of their fathers. Call Nasi Bahem, call all Nasi, rulers, princes, Bahem, amongst them, in them. And Moshe, by the commandment of the Yahweh, He who be, Al Fi Yahweh, by the mouth, upon the mouth of He who be, the Yahweh sent them from the wilderness of Paran. And Moshe, by the mouth of Yahweh, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were Rashi, heads, Rases of the B'nai Yisrael, of the sons, the children of Yisrael. And these were their names, their Shemot, of the tribe of Reuben, Shamua, the son of Zakur, of the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, the son of Hori, of the tribe of Yehuda, Judah, Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, of the tribe of Yissachar, Igal, the son of Joseph, of the tribe of Ephraim, Oshea, the son of Nun, of the tribe of Binyamin, Benjamin, Binyam, Palti, the son of Raphu, of the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, the son of Sodi, of the tribe of Joseph, namely, of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Susi, of the tribe of Dan, Amiel, the son of Gamali, of the tribe of Asher, Setor, the son of Mikael, of the tribe of Naphtali, Nahbi, the son of Vophsi, of the tribe of Euel, the son of Maki. These are the names, the Shemot, of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses, called Oshea, the son of Nun, Joshua. And Moshe sent them to spy out the land of Canaan and said to them, get you up this way, southward, and go up and aliyah up into the mountain and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not. And be ye all of good courage, and bring the fruit of the land. Now the time, the Iowa was, the time of the first ripe grapes. And here, Shema, give ear right here, for the Sheni, Aliyah, the second Aliyah, the second going up, the second Aliyah, Nafora, for this Shabbat, Lekha, this Senbet Lak, Tilkalachu. Here, picking up at Numbers chapter 13, at verse 21, for the Sheni, Aliyah. Wayaturu, etaha aretza, midbaratzin, ada rehob, libo, hamat. So they went up. So they allied up. Waya'illu. So they went up and searched the land. Waya'illu. Wayaturu etaha'aret. From the wilderness of Tzin to Rehob, as men come to Hamat. And they ascended, they allied by the south and came to Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, Talmai, the sons of Anak were. Now, Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Mitzrayim, in Gibeon, in Egypt. And they came to the brook of Eshcol and cut down from there a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bear it between two upon a staff, and they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called the brook Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes which the Bnei Yisrael, the sons, the children of Yisrael, cut down from there. and they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. At Kadesh Barnea, the second item, the report of the spies, verse 26. And they went and came to Moshe and to Aharon and to all the congregation, the aggregation, the Bnei Yisrael, to the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word to them, and to all the congregation, the aggregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, we came to the land whither thou, the eye, sentest us, I and I. And surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Yarden, of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people before Lifnei Moshe, before Moses, and said, let us make I and I go up at once, make I and I Aliyah up at once and possess it, for we, I and I, are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up, that Aliyah up with him, said, we be not able to go up, Aliyah up against against the people, for they are stronger than I and I. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched to the Bnei Yisrael, saying, the land through which we, I and I, have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And we saw the giants, the Nephilim, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants and Nephilim, and we, I and I, were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we, I and I, were in their sight. Fourth book of Moshe, Hebrew book, called Numbers, chapter 14. At Kadesh Barnea, the third item, the unbelief, the lack of believity, yea and ameness, amen, of Israel, the lack of faith of Israel. Compare and contrast with 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 1 to 5, and the Epistle to the Hebrews, chapter 3, verses 7 to 19. But here, Numbers chapter 14. And all the congregation, the aggregation, lifted up their voice and cried. And the people wept that night, and all the Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Yisrael, murmured against Moshe and against Aharon. And the whole congregation, the aggregation, said to them, would God that we had died in the land of Mitzrayim, in the land of Egypt, in the land of Kemet. Or would Elohim, we had died in this Midbar, in this wilderness. And wherefore, why hath Jehovah brought I and I to this land? to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us, for I and I, to return into Mitzrayim, to return into Gibbet, to return into Egypt, to return into Kemet? And they said one to another, let us make I and I make a captain. Let us make a captain, and let us return to Mitzrayim. Let us make a captain, and make I and I return into Kemet, into Gibbet, into Mitzrayim, into Egypt. Then Moshe where Aharon fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation, the aggregation of the Bnei Yisrael, and Yehoshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Yefuneh, which were of them that searched the land, ripped their clothes. And they spake to all the company of the Bnei Yisrael, saying, the land which I and I passed through to search it, to tour it, is an exceeding land. The land. Why Yomru Il Kol Edata Bnei Yisrael Leimor Haaretz Asher Abarnu Bah Latur Ota Oba Haaretz Meod Oba Haaretz Meod Oba Ethiopia Oba
Say more! You say fire! More! Fire! Fire!
Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, O children of Israel? Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians? Are ye not as children of the children of the Ethiop? Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith the Lord?
If the Yahweh, he who be, delight in us, then he will bring us, I and I, into this land, and give it to us, and give it to I and I, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye, y'all, against the Yahweh, he who be, neither fear y'all the people of the land.
Rent their clothes. They spake of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it is an exceeding good. Delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against the Lord. Thus, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Thus, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Thus, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Thus, a land which floweth with milk and honey. In us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Through to search it is an exceeding good land. Through to search it is an exceeding good land. Through to search it is an exceeding good land.
If the Yahweh, He who be delight in us, then He will bring us, I and I, into this land and give it us and give it to I and I, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye, y'all, against the Yahweh, He who be, neither fear y'all the people of the land. For
if the Lord delight in us, then He will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land, for the land which floweth with milk and honey, the land which floweth with milk and honey. He will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. He will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Is an exceeding good land. Is an exceeding good land. Is an exceeding good land. If the Lord delight in us, then He will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not. And all the congregation bade stone them with stones. The glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, How long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me, for all the signs which I have showed among them? To Moses, how long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me, for all the signs which I have showed among them? And the Lord said unto Moses, How long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me, for all the signs which I have showed among them? I will smite them with the pestilence, and disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation, and mightier than they. And Moses said unto the Lord, Then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up this people in thine. How long will this people provoke me? And how
sabbatical study, this I and I Rastafari sabbatical study for this Shabbat strong. And here for the Shalishi Aliyah, the third Aliyah, the third Anaphora offering up for this Shabbat Shalach Lekha, for this Senbet Lach Til Kalachu, the third Aliyah, the third offering up, third reading here for this Shabbat, the Shalishi. Here picking up with the fourth book of Moshe, the Hebrew book that's called Numbers chapter 14. Here for the Shalishi Aliyah, here at verse 8, Numbers 14 and 8. Im Chafetz Banu Yahweh Ve'Hibia Otanu El Haaretz Hazot Unatana lanu aretza asher hiya zabat haleb udebash. Here for the Shalishi Aliyah, Numbers 14 and 8. If the Yahweh, He who be delight in us, then he will bring us, I and I, into this land and give it to us and give it to I and I, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye, y'all, against the Yahweh, he who be, neither fear y'all the people of the land, for they are bread for us, for they are bread for I and I. Their defense is departed from them, and Yahweh and Jehovah is with us, with I and I. Fear them not, but all the aggregation bade stone them with stones, and the glory, the Kabodiah, and the glory of Jehovah appeared in the Ohel Moed, in the tent of meeting, the tabernacle of the appointment, the tabernacle of the congregation, before all the Bnei Yisrael, the children, the sons of Israel. And Yahweh Jehovah said to Moshe, how long will this people provoke me? How long will this people provoke I? And how long will it be they believe me, they believe I, for all the signs which I have shewed among them? I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and will make of thee I a greater nation and mightier than they. And Moses said to Yahweh, to Jehovah, then the B'nai Mitzrayim, the sons of Egypt, the Egyptians, will hear it, for thou, the eye, broughtest up this people in thy might from among them. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that thou, the Yahweh Jehovah, art among this people, and that thou, the Yahweh Jehovah, art seen face to face, and that thy cloud standest over them, and that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud and in a pillar of fire, Belayla, by night. Now, if thou shalt kill all this people as one man, then the nations, the Goyim, the international community, which have heard the fame of the eye, will speak, saying, because Yahweh, Jehovah, Yod-Heh-Weh-Heh, Yahweh, was not able to bring this people into the land which he sware to them. Therefore, he hath slain them in the Midbar, in the wilderness. And now, I beseech thee, I make the power of Adonai, of Adonai, be great, according as thou, the eye, hast spoken, Lamor. Yahweh Jehovah is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers of the patriarchs upon the children to the third and fourth generation. Pardon. Salah. I beseech the eye, the iniquity of this people, according to the greatness of thy mercy. And as thou hast forgiven this people from Mitzrayim, even until now, from Egypt, from Kemet, even unto now. And Yahweh said, Jehovah said, I have pardoned according to thy word. But as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the Kabodiah, the glory of Jehovah. Because all those men which have seen Kavodi, my glory and my miracles, which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, Because all those men which have seen my glory, kabodi, kabre, my glory and my miracles which I did in Egypt, in Kemet, in Gibbet, and in the Midbar, and have tempted I, now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice. Surely they, all of them, shall not see the land which I swear to their fathers, their patriarchs, neither shall any of them that provoked I see it. But, however, on the other hand, my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit, another irit, another ruach, another menfes, another irit with him, and hath followed I fully. Him will I bring into the land whereinto he went, and his seed, his race, shall possess it. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites dwelt in the valley. Tomorrow turn you and get you into the Midbar, into the wilderness, by the way of the Yam Suf, 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 the Yam.
Teach them, Father, please teach them.
Father and Son, Father and Son, Father and Son, Father and Son.
For our God is a consuming fire. Fire. For our God is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. For our God is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. Is a consuming fire. Consuming is a consuming fire. Consuming is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. Consuming fire. Consuming fire. Consuming.
Babylon burning. Babylon burning, Babylon burn. They have no water. Fire, fire, fire.
For our God is a consuming fire. Fire. For our God is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. For our God is a consuming fire. Consuming 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 fire. Consuming fire. Consuming fire.
Jobka Production. What it is? Rise the all nation. Jobka man. Alongside Ninja Man. Be the one. Dance about Tantan Gogan. Sister man.
Every time we keep the fire blazing.
Judgment from Babylon.
Every day we burn them fire. We burn them fire Babylon.
Sure man.
Every time we keep the fire blazing. Every day we burn them fire. We burn them fire Babylon.
Oh, when me look at me the pagan. Look at the great tribulation. Look at them worship Satan. Me have to call unto the Almighty One. Catch the song. Oh, when me look at me the pagan. Look at the great tribulation. Look at them worship Satan. Me have to call unto the Almighty One. Till the tongue say the Lord. I'm light and my salvation. In the God me trust. Me not fear no man. And just as like this I did that fear I stand. And all the ground I thinking stand. Just come on.
Every time we keep the fire blazing. Every day we burn them fire Babylon.
Judgment.
Every time we keep the fire blazing. Every day we burn them fire Babylon. Dr. Man alongside Ninja Man with new collaboration. Number one in a radio station. Cause I don't know that a real foundation. Celebration, boom. Bad style, them to pull up selector. When they come again, that's a lyrical culture. We no like bad man, we burn Babylon. Tell the whole of them I must understand. Every time we keep the fire blazing.
Harder.
Every day we burn them fire Babylon.
Listen this slam.
Every time we keep the fire blazing. Every day we burn them fire Babylon.
Balls, fire, bad blood. Burn Babylon, now with them one not a gut. Balls, fire, bad blood. Burn Babylon, show them love when me say me a go balls. Fire, bad blood. Burn Babylon, now with them one not a gut. Balls, fire, bad blood. Burn Babylon, show them love when me just understand. Burn Babylon, now with them destruction. Burn Babylon with fornication. Burn Babylon, now with them contention. Burn Babylon, now with them confusion.
Every time we keep the fire blazing. Every day we burn them fire Babylon. Every time we keep the fire blazing. Every day we burn them fire Babylon.
Every time
we keep the fire blazing.
Right then, Peter, right then.
Every day we burn them fire Babylon.
Burn Babylon.
Every time we keep the fire blazing. Every day we burn them fire Babylon.
Burn Babylon with them foolishness. Burn Babylon with them wrong direction. Burn Babylon with them fornication. Burn Babylon where you worship Satan. Burn Babylon with everything. When it comes to fire, no ask about Ninja Man. When they come here, teach a nation. Teach you right and me teach you what's wrong. I got balls, fire, bad blood. Burn Babylon with them one not a grudge. Balls, fire, bad blood. Burn Babylon, show them love. Oi. Where them a see Babylon man take the earth from the me.
Yeah, man,
with the sound come from east and west, and with the summer come from north and south.
Ace. It's sad fire, Ace. Fire blazing, La Hava, fire blazing. Job command right there, featuring Ninja Man. So here for this Torah reading and feeding. We're at the 37th degree of our Rastafari sabbatical study for this Shabbat. Strong here, T to T, Testify Tuesday, first and second and third Aliyot right here for Shalach Lekha, Shalach Lekha. It's that theme of fire, 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 fire. How does this all connect right here, here, here? We have in Hebrews, Epistle to the Hebrews chapter 12, verse 29.
For our God is a consuming fire. Fire. For our God is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. For our God is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. Is a consuming fire. Consuming is a consuming fire. Consuming is a consuming fire. Consuming fire. Consuming fire. Consuming fire.
Ice, fire. James chapter 3 verse 6 says, and the tongue is a fire. Tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of Gehenna, fireplace right there. They're actually the garbage pit of Jerusalem. The garbage pit of Jerusalem is called Gehenna and became a symbol of the judgment of the wicked, like you burn up the trash. So we have Aish, fire, Aish, Isat Bamarinya. Here we have this Torah reading and feeding, and there's a theme, Chaverim, even with the daily psalm we have here in the season. Daily psalm in the season, we have Psalm 64. But first things first, right here, just for continuity purposes, right here, let's touch on the previous Torah reading and feeding concerning Miriam and Aharon and Aaron's, the Lashon Hara. What is Lashon? Lashon in Hebrew's tongue. Ha is the definite article za, and Ra is evil or hurtful, harmful, bad, sad. Yeah, but evil. Religiously, they call it evil, but in a practical sense, that which is hurtful, harmful. The harmful tongue, the hurtful tongue, the Lashon Hara. Now, according to the Yehudi tribe, after the revelation of HaTorah, the Torah to the Bnei Yisrael, to the sons and children of Israel at Har Sinai, at Mount Sinai, Moshe is said to have separated from Ishto, Esheto, or Set, his Isha, his woman, his wife, Zipporah, because of his avodah, the service, the avodah, la Yahuwah, to Jehovah. But Moshe's sister, Miriam, thought he was sinning, he was ucking up, he was sinning, lacking, missing the mark. And she spoke to their brother Aaron, about the matter. Now, Miriam not only questioned Moses' decision, it is said, to leave Ishto, we can say his first wife, Zipporah. Zipporah is like a little bird, like a sparrow. So Zipporah, it's like a little bird, the meaning of the name. So Miriam here, after that revelation at Sinai to the children of Israel, the covenant, and the giving of the instruction, HaTorah, it is said that Moshe has separated from his wife because of his avodah, the avodah la Yahuwah. And Moses' sister thought that, he was sinning, right? He was ucking up. He missed the mark. He fallen short. He forfeited. Somehow he did something wrong. And so he spoke to Aharon about the matter. Miriam, not only did she question Moses' decision to leave Ishto, his Isha, his wife, but also she questioned his unique role, right? So it wasn't just a personal matter between Moshe and Ishto and his Isha, Eshet, Oset, his woman, his wife, but she also questioned his unique role as the mediator of Ha-Barit, of the Barit, the covenant at Sinai. Now the Hebrew text is interesting. right here. Now, this is on the previous Torah reading in Feeding 36, Beha-Elotika, for continuity purposes. The Hebrew text in translation reads something like this. They said, check it, they said, has Yahuwah only spoken to Moses? Has Jehovah only spoken to Moses? Interesting, right? Now, when we go into the prophets, I think is it Micah? Yahuwah says how he sent 3, right? The trifecta, the Trinity sent 3, right? He sent Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. He sent the 3 of them to deliver and bring out his people, the people of Yisrael, right? Should we bring that up? Yeah, I think we need to bring that up right here. Let's bring that up right here, where the 3 of them, right, are mentioned, so we can get like a full picture, as the B'nai Yisrael spoke. So we're going to connect this right here with Numbers chapter 12, verse 2. Numbers chapter 12, verse 2. Let's pull up the verse right here. So we have Miriam, right, being mentioned, and Aaron and Moses. All 3 of them being mentioned in this one verse. But now this was revealed, right, through the prophet Micah. It's interesting, there's about 5 verses where the 3 of them are mentioned in the same verse, right? It's mentioned in Numbers 3 times in Numbers, 1 time in Chronicles, and once here in the prophet Micah or Micah. And here's the verse. Micah chapter 6, verse 4. For I brought thee up out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the 2 lands of Tawi, called ancient Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants. It didn't say slaves, right? It says servants. And I sent before thee Moses, Moshe, Aaron, Aharon, and Miriam. See, when we read the story, we see Moses, Moshe, and then we see like Aaron then come along, and then we hear Miriam here in this Numbers in the Bamidbar in the wilderness in Numbers chapter 12. But this is a very important verse right here for continuity purposes. Micah chapter 6, verse 4. Let's bring this out. The Ibrit, in the Hebrew, Ibrit. Here it says, Ki he alitika. Ki for he alitika. Alitika calls you to Allah to come up. Because Egypt is like, according to geography, it's like at a lower point on the plane. It's low. So to go down to Egypt literally is like going down, and to come up from Egypt is like coming up. Ki he alitika me eretz Mitzrayim, from the land of Mitzrayim, the land of the two mitzvahs, right? The 2 lands of Tawi. Mi beit, and from the house, and me from beit, mi beit ebadim, mi beit abadim, ebed, abad, the servant, right? Interesting, this word servant, it can be like the service, for example, the service, where it says that Moshe separated from Zipporah, his wife, his Midianite wife, that he separated because of his abodah, the avodah la Yahuwah, service to Yahuwah. So we have Abadim here, the Beit Abadim. Egypt is known as the Beit Abadim, the house of servants. And there's a twofold sense to this as we study HaTorah. One is in the sense of, as a servant, like where you're an employee, where you serve ones with physical labor, corvée labor, or even as we would call today, enslavement sort of labor, though that was not the exact context. The missing part of the Beit Ebadim is the religious aspect, or the spirituality aspect. Right? It's like one source now found, they're in the Beit Ebadim of Caesar Borgia. Yeah. So here it says, Ki he alitika me eretz Mitzrayim, mi beita abadim, peditika, and redeem thee. So here Yisrael is being spoken to through the prophet Micah or Micah, right, by Yahuwah as a singular entity, right? In the direct sense, it's like sometimes Yahuwah speaks to Israel as a singular man in the giving of the commands, as a singular man. Other times in the prophets, he speaks to Israel, right, as a, we could say, as a woman in the female, in the soul, in the psychic sense, as a singular woman or singular soul. You know, one heart, one soul, yeah? But here, as a singular man, saying all of Israel is one man. It's like in the Brit Chadasha, where it said that we all members of one body. You know what I mean? One body. We're members of one body, like the church. He is the Rosh, or the Ras, the head, the Rosh, and we are the members of the church, the one body. This is one and the same that we find as we look at the Hebrew, the Ivrit in HaTorah. But this verse right here, for I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt and redeemed thee out of the house of servants, and I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. Micah chapter 6, verse 4. Ki he alitika me eretz mitzrayim mi beit abadim peditika wa eshlach. Connecting here even with Shalach, Lekha, 37 sabbatical study. It's called Shalach, Lekha, Shalach, send. Here, Yahuwah says, Wa eshlach, and I sent. Eshlach, I shalached, in a sense, but eshlach in the Hebrew. Wa eshlach, vayeshlach, wa eshlach, and I sent Lefaneka, before you, in your face, in your presence. Wa eshlach lefaneka et Moshe, Aharon, Miriam, and Miriam. So here we see where Yahuwah reveals to the prophet, well, this was known to the Israelites, and we really put things into context, but this is important right here, that there were three of them sent. Of course, Moshe, he has that primary role and responsibility, you know, as the mediator, right, of Ha-Barit. And it's not because Moshe pushed himself. If you recall in Exodus chapter 20, when we get the 10 words, Eseret HaDebarim, the 10 words called pseudonymously the 10 commandments. Actually, it's not 10 commandments in the scripture, it's actually the 10 words, and those 10 words are one command. How do we know this? Well, Yaakov, or James, the first bishop of the first church of Jerusalem, brings it out in the book known as the Epistle of James. We say if you break one, you break all. You break one word, you violate the whole command. The whole command, the 10 words, is one command, but often referred to, you know, in Christianity and elsewhere as the 10 commandments, but Hebraically, in the Hebrew, that would be a lie. It's actually 10 words. Eseret, 10 debarim, 10 words, one mitzvah, one commandment. But here in Micah chapter 6, verse 4, says he sent the three of them, right? Sent the three of them. Now in Numbers chapter 12, we have Miriam and Aharon's Lashon Hara. We have their evil tongue, simply translated Lashon Hara, the tongue of the evil, the hurtful, the harmful. We say the bad tongue, right? Now, why is Moses, sister and brother, saying this as we're going to connect the dots here? Once again, this verse in Micah chapter 6, verse 4, Ki he alitika me eretz mitzrayim. For I brought thee up, I caused thee to ascend. Literally in the Hebrew, we have the Allah. In the previous Torah reading and feeding, Be ha'aloteka, Allah, to go up, right? When thou lightest, right, the lamps, when thou steppest up, when thou goest up, to cause the lamps to ascend, to cause the light to go up. Here we have Yahuwah saying how I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Ki he alitika, he alitika, me eretz mitzrayim. And redeem thee out of the house of servants. So the servitude is twofold. Physically, we could say, and spiritually. Umi beta badima peditika from pada, father, to redeem. And he says, right, 3 parts, there's 3 phrases in this one sentence. And I sent before thee Moshe, Aaron, and Miriam. Wa eshlach litfaneka et Moshe, Aharon, u Miriam. So here, the threefold act he brought up. Look at the verbs. He, elitika, bringing up, bringing you up, right? Peditika, and redeeming, right? And eshlach, sending, he sent. So here, connected, segue to the Shalach Lekha 37 sabbatical study, where the command is send Lekha for yourself. Send for yourself. So the command from Yahweh to Moshe was to send for yourself. People were curious about the land, almost like they didn't believe, or they didn't, they had to see it. So, the word was send for yourself, right? Send for yourself. Check it out for yourself. See for yourself, right? Now here, right, with the Lashon Hara, so we see that, yes, in Yahweh's eyes, he sent the 3 of them. He sent Moshe, he sent Aharon, and he sent Miriam. So what's up with Miriam? What's up with Miriam here? All right. Here in Numbers chapter 12, verse 1, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Now, some of our Israelite brothers and some of the camps, he called us out, right, without the camp. But those who are in the camps, they say, oh, Moses, he married those women we were not supposed to marry. No, they're not reading the Torah. It said the Canaanites. The Ethiopians are not Canaanites. It's very clear, right? And it's very clear. It should be clear to them, but they say some kind of goofy, some strange things and everything, as though Moses didn't know the law or something like that. He ain't that something? Sound like some of the Israelites, like Korah and the rest of them, like he didn't know the law. Yeah. Anyway, here we have Numbers, right? Numbers chapter 12, verse 1. Wa tidabir Miriam. Wa tidabir. Wow. That is interesting right there. Tidabir. Yeah, tidabir. And Miriam. It's like Miriam here, tidabir. Right? Tidabir right here is like saying like she spoke. Right? Not really they spoke right here. It's interesting construction. It says, Wa tidabir Miriam wa Aharona be Moshe Allah odota ha-isha ha-kushit. So she's known as the Isha, ha-isha, right? The Isha, the Eshet, Oset, ha-kushit, the Kushitic, the Kushite. Ha-isha ha-kushit asher lakah, who he took, or he took lakah, the sense of taking, a sense of taking to wife, taking as his woman. Lakah, ki, for, because, isha kushit lakah. So in the Hebrew sense, it's saying that, so they spoke against, right, because of odot. Odot is like the cause, odot, the turnings, the occasions concerning the odot. Right, odot, right? Because how the KJV says he had married. The word marry is lakah. Lakah means to take, to get, to fetch, to lay hold of, to acquire. It can have the sense of like to marry or take as a woman, take as a wife. But literally, it's the word take. And Hebraically, it's in a wide variety of applications. Can be translated as married in the sense. But from the force of the Hebrew, right, because of the Cushitic woman whom he had taken, for he had taken a Cushitic woman. This is this verse right here, second verse, right? Numbers chapter 12, verse 2, it says, and they said, but it begins off with saying, and she tidavir, right? And like she said, right? She said, right? She and Aaron. It doesn't make Aaron the speaker, which is interesting, because then one said, well, if they both were speaking this, then how come it came down the Sara'at, the Nega, the plague of, Sara'at of leprosy or skin disorder, why did it come down on her, right? But here in verse 2 it says, and they said, hath Yahuwah indeed spoken only by Moses, by Moshe? Hath he not spoken also by us? And Yahuwah heard. So when we compare this right here with Micah chapter 6, verse 4, it's clear that Yahuwah says that his intent, right, was sending Moshe in that order, Moshe, Aharon, and Miriam, right? Moses, that mediator with Yahuwah, Aharon, right, because he was good with speaking to the people, and he became that first anointed high priest, and Miriam, no doubt, right, because of the woman, the daughters of Israel. But here, and they said, hath Yahuwah indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And Yahuwah heard. Wayomru harak. Wayomru, and they said harak. Harak. Is it only harak? Harak. Is it rak? Rak, I mean like only. Right? Harak ak. For sure, the Moshe diber Yahuwah. Hello. Gambanu diber. Wayishma Yahuwah. Wayomru. And they said. So the first verse, right? Tadavir she, Tadavir Miriam saying, right? And here in the second verse says, Wayomru, and they said, Harak, Harak, Harak. Is it only Ak for sure? Harak, Ak. B'Moshe, is it only by Moses? Diber, Yahweh, Yahweh, speaking, spoken, speaking. Hello, 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 hello. I don't think hello, like hello, but not hello, but hello, 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 hello. Right? Hello, ha is definite article, the, and lo is no. When it's said in this way, Hebraically, it's to say like the no, like to say, is it not? Hello, hello, gam, banu, gam, also banu, by way of us, anu, 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 I and I, anu, banu, in, by way of us. Hello, gam, banu, diber, is it not by us or to us and in us that he has spoken? And here it says, Wayishma, Yahuwah, and Yahuwah Shama, and he heard it. Interestingly, even though it was Miriam who said these words, there is the plural pronoun, right, connected with the verb yomru. They said, why yomru? And they said, this is what they said. They were conversing, right, with one another. This implies right here, Aharon, Aaron's consent in this Lashon Hara, in this evil speech, It's interesting that the next verse, it says, now the man Moshe, very meek, right, very meek, right? In the Ethiopic it says Tahut, right? Tahut, connected with Mitzrayim, Kemet. But here it says, now the man Moses, Moshe, very meek, above all the men who upon the face of the earth, above all the men who are on the face of the earth. Where Ha'ish Moshe, and the Ish, the man, where Ha'ish, V'Ha'ish Moshe, where Ha'ish Moshe, Anu me'od, very anu. He was very meek, anu, like one might say poor, to say humble, right? Poor, right? To say needy, but humble. Right here. Where Ha'ish Moshe anu me'oda mikol ha'adam, mikol from all ha'adam, from all Adam, from all men, from all, like we say, humanity, right? Asher, who al panei, upon the face ha'adama. So he was more meek than all the Adam that was on the face of the Adama. Mikol ha-Adam asher al panei ha-Adama. On the ground. Could say the earth, the ground. Right there. So the Lashon Hara. Here we have evil speech. As we continue the 37th sabbatical study, right, for Shalachlecha, we also have the spies that brought back a evil report. In other words, another kind of a form of the Lashon Hara. But let's not get off of Miriam right here. So Yahuwah, right, then called Moshe, Aharon, and Miriam to Ha-Mishkan, to the sanctuary, the dwelling place. And the pillar of cloud then descended before them and called Aharon, Aaron, and Miriam to come forward, to step forward. Yahweh Eloheinu then told them that others in Yisrael may have occasional visions or dreams about Yahuwah. He told them what? He said that others in Yisrael, others of the Beta Israel, may have occasional visions or dreams about Yahuwah, but only with Moshe does Ha-Elohim, Ha-Elohim, speak directly, peh al peh, peh al peh, peh al peh, mouth to mouth, right? Basically, mouth to mouth. A sense of that is like to say face to face, right? Face to face, right? Face to face. Let's see if we have this right here as we go. We're still in chapter 12 right here. And he said, hear now, verse 6, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, Yahuwah will make myself known to him. Actually, the Hebrew is interesting here. Hashalush HaKadosh, the Holy Trinity. It's interesting here. He said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, Yahuwah will make myself known to him. This is the reading from the Hebrew. He said, if there be a prophet among y'all, Yahuwah will make myself known to him in a vision, will speak to him in a dream. Wayomer shima'u na devaraya ima yihiyeh ne biyakem Yahuwah ba mara elayo eta wada'a ba chalom edaber bo, adaber bo. I will speak to him. It's interesting because you go from the third person to the first person. You know, the English, if you look at the English KJV, Numbers chapter 12, verse 6, you see the I, the Lord, the I is italicized. It's not really there. So the force of the Hebrew is that, and he said, hear now my word. If there be a prophet among you, Yahuwah will make myself known to him in a vision, will speak to him in a dream, right? In a dream. And then we get this verse that also appears in the New Covenant fulfillment. My servant Moses, not so, who is faithful in all mine house. Faithful. Here's a verse. It's verse 8 right here, right? KJV brings it out as, with him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of Yahuwah shall he behold. Wherefore then were y'all not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? Notice Yahweh saying my servant, not against your brother. Speak against your brother. No, you speaking against my servant, because we learn from Micah, right, 6 and 4, that the three of them were sent. Right? Here it says, Peh il peh, peh il peh, peh il peh, right? Peh il peh. Some say peh al peh, but it's pointed as peh il peh, peh, mouth, il peh, to mouth to mouth. Peh il peh, edaber bo, peh il peh, edaber, adaber, right? Edaber, I will speak bo, I will speak like in him, like to him, with ba mar'ah, with lo be chidot, and not in chidot, not in riddles. I won't speak in chidot, right? Velo bechidot. I won't speak in riddles. Or temunat Yahuwah, and he will see the temunat, the similitude, right? The temuna, the image. He will see the image. He will see the image, the form, the likeness, right? Yeah, he will see the shape, the image, the form, the likeness. Or man was made in the image after likeness. U temunata Yahuwah. Yabita, Yabit, right? Yabit. He's saying, Nabat, look at this. Madua, lo yeretem le dabir bi abdi bi Moshe. So he's asking them, he says, like, why weren't y'all afraid? Why don't you have some reverence? Right? Why didn't you have some reverence to speak against, right? To speak against my servant Moses, Moshe. But then we have to ask the question, if he spoke peh el peh, right, mouth to mouth, without chidot, without riddles, not in riddles or enigmatic phrases, Moses will even see, right? Moses will even see his tamuna, right? His image, his likeness. And only Moses can behold the tamuna of Yahuwah Atzmo, of Jehovah himself. Hailahim then asked them why they were so brazen to criticize or critique the one whom Yahuwah has chosen. When the pillar of cloud ascended, so the pillar of cloud came down. Remember, the pillar was above the sanctuary, right? So it rises up when they're ready to move, right? So the pillar, right, it descended, right? They heard the audible, right? They heard the voca. They stepped forward, and then the pillar of cloud, right, ascended. Allah, it lifted up, right? Miriam was left with sara'at, a skin disorder, right? The punishment, as we learned from study of Torah, for Lashon Hara. In other words, her skin turned from her true skin into whiteness, according to HaTorah, right? Since the Mitzorah, right, the Mitzorah is the leper, right? Now, what's interesting about the word Mitzorah means leper in Hebrew, but as we study the Hebrew, it sounds like, another word, right? Two words, motzi. Motzi means like one who brings, motzi, right? Motzi ara. Motzi ara, to say motzi ara is one who brings evil, the evil bringer, right? And it's connected with the Lashon Hara, right? The evil speaker, right? Then we get the condition, mitzora. So we have mitzora, right? Leprosy, or the leper, mitzora, the skin disease. And we have motzi, the one who brings ara, motzi ara. So the mitzora was made an outcast, the leper, the skin disease, an outcast of Yisrael. Aaron, left with his, true skin, he pleaded with Moshe for forgiveness and mercy. And Moshe, he prayed on their behalf. Notice that Moshe too, right, according to the study of Torah, he spoke Lashon Hara too. Remember when he said that the children of Israel, they're not going to believe that I actually have spoke to you. If I tell them to spoke to Yahweh, they won't believe me, right? And he said, what sign? He asked for like a sign. And then he was told to put his hand in his bosom. Remember the hand, right? And he took his hand out the bosom, right? And what happened? His hand was turned white, right? And then he put his hand in again, and it was restored to his other flesh. So despite his intercession, however, Yahuwah banished her, right, from the camps, right? She was put outside the camps. Banished her from the camps of Yisrael for how long? For 7 days, for a Shabua long, a strong long, right, banishment. Yahuwah's mercy, his chesed, right, is shown here since the pillar of cloud, it waited. The pillar of cloud could have lifted up and gone on, and they would have probably had to leave her there. But the pillar of cloud waited until Miriam returned to the camps before Yisrael continued their trek, their trod to the promised land. Here. Yeah, so here. Now, how does this connect right here? Well, this connects with this Torah reading and feeding for continuity purposes. Get a little bit more into the Lashon, right? Hara, the pride and affliction. Some further thoughts coming from the Tazria Mitzorah, the previous Torah reading and feeding. Touch on that a little bit more right there. It was interesting because it was based on him now marrying his second wife, Moshe's second wife, the Kushite. So there was Mitzramit, not Mitzramit, the Medinawit, right? The Medianite woman, right? The Sipora. And then here we have the unnamed Kushite, right? The Kushitic or the Ethiopian woman as well. So it went from actually, right? It went from actually, how can we say, actually speaking about a personal situation to then talking about Yahweh's revelation, like doesn't Yahweh speak by us to his position, the role, right? As though, I guess, his leaving his first wife somehow meant that he is not, that they could assume. This is what Miriam was bringing forward. However it was, right? In this Torah reading and feeding, and as we get into Numbers, we start to see it gets from, good at first, right? A little bad comes in, but it starts to spiral, especially as we get here with the sin of the spies, the Shalach Lekha Torah portion, reading and feeding. But it's a little bit more right here because this also connects with today's daily psalm here. I'd like to connect this with Psalm 64 right here. In the season, as already we mentioned before in our Torah studies, the Rastafari Yeshiva for Tazria and Mitzorah, the sages, the ancient sages and scholars of Torah, they link Sara'at, right, skin disease called like leprosy, right, as a spiritual affliction that affects the flesh. They link this here with the Lashon Hara, that is defined as saying something bad, about another person, even if it happens to be true. Now, the sages regarded this sin, this uckery, as particularly offensive. It is said that the Lashon Hara, the evil tongue, is worse than murder. One who murders but one. However, one who speaks Lashon Hara kills three. The one who speaks Lashon Hara, right, evil speech kills three. The one who speaks it is the Motzi Shem Ra, right, one who brings forward a bad name, Motzi Shem Ra, the one who hears it, and the one of whom it is spoken. Right? This is similar to the sin, the chet, right? There's a sin of emotional homicide, right? Or psychical murder, soul murder, right? This is caused by publicly shaming another. According to the ancient teaching, the shamed person's face is said to be drained of blood and therefore turns white. And therefore humiliation is called, in Hebraic, we know humiliation is called halbanat panim, the whitening of the face. Halbanat panim. So it's interesting when we first look at Moshe, the hand. Remember the hand, the point about the hand, because he said that the children of Israel won't believe that I actually spoke to, the God of the Trinity, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. Now, just as a little quick postscript here, the prohibition against speaking Lashon Hara, it does not imply that we are excused from making righteous judgments. Again, the prohibition against speaking evil speech does not imply that we are excused from making righteous judgments. Robenu, Yeshua HaNotzi said, do not judge by appearances. Our rabbi, the Rabbi Shua Mushiach, says, do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment. Sometimes it is the mark of a coward to refrain from speaking the truth. As Albert even Einstein once said, he said, the world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do rah-rah, evil, hurt, harm, bad, but because of those who look on and do nothing. And the King of Kings, Kamal Haile Selassie, says and teaches about the voice of justice that matters most. We must speak the truth in love, even if it means sometimes offending those who wish to excuse or overlook rah behavior. And this here links with the fruit of our words. Proverbs 18:21. Maveta v'chayim b'yad lashon ve'oha beha yokal piryah. Death and life are in the use of the tongue. In KJV it says death and life are in the power of the tongue. And those who love her, will eat its fruits. Mawet v'chayim. Mawet, or modern Hebrew, maveta v'chayim. Mawet, death, and chayim, and lives, to say life, lives. Mawet v'chayim b'yad lashon. The yad is actually the hand. B'yad, in the hand, lashon, in the hand of the tongue. Does the tongue have a hand? Interesting, right here, if we now compare this with James, what does James say, right, concerning the tongue and fire? What does James say concerning tongue and fire? James says this right here, Yaakov. James says, James chapter 3, verse 6, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of Gehenna. Gehenna, they say hell, but we say Gehenna, the garbage place, right, of Jerusalem, where all the garbage, the trash was burnt, became a symbol of the punishment of the wicked, because they're trash. Mawet v'chayim b'yad lashon. Death and lives in the hand of the tongue. B'yad lashon. With ohabeha, and those who love it. We can say those who love her. Ve'ohabeha, yokal will eat. Pirya will eat her fruit. So the fruit right there of the lashon, right? The fruit of the tongue. Mawet v'chayim b'yad lashona ve'ohabeha yokala pirya. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Death and life are in the hand. Literally the Hebrew, in the hand of the tongue. So with that right here, look at the time. I'm going to segue right here. Today's daily psalm right here. Psalm 64. Divine judgment. Divine judgment. Mizmor Samek Dalet. Psalm 60.
Psalm 64. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. The enemy. Psalm 64.
מזמור ס"ד למנצח, מזמור לדוד, מזמור לדוד.
Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer.
שמע אלוהים קולי ושיחי.
Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
מפחד אויב תצור חיי.
Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
תסתירני מסוד מרעים, 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 מרעים.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, of iniquity, of iniquity, of iniquity, of iniquity, of iniquity, of iniquity.
מריקשת פועלי אבן, 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 אבן.
Who whet their tongue like a sword, a sword, a sword, a sword, a sword, a sword.
אשר שננו חרב לשונם, 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 לשונם.
And bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, bitter words, bitter words, bitter words, bitter words, bitter words.
דרכו חיצם דבר מר, דבר מר, דבר מר, דבר מר, דבר מר, דבר מר.
Even bitter words, bitter words, bitter words, bitter words, bitter words, bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, is deep, is deep. God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory, shall glory, shall glory, shall glory, shall glory, shall glory, shall glory.
Here, here, here. Today's daily psalm, Mizmor Samek Dalet. Mizmor Samek Dalet, Psalm 64. Psalm LXIV is seen here, divine judgment in his and I suffering at the hands of unscrupulous men and people. The psalmist and I, after enumerating their evil deeds, utters his conviction that Ha'Elohim, Ha-Elohim will judge and condemn them. The language, it resembles that of earlier psalms, chants, that tell of Shaul, Saul's persecution, Saul's false prosecution. Here, Mizmor Samek, Dalet, Hebrew alphanumeric Samek has a numerical value of 60, Dalet 4, Mizmor Samek Dalet, Psalm 64. Here we have an invocation, an invocation of divine protection, against the falseness of men and people. Right here. Let's ride up with today's daily psalm. Here. Today's daily psalm. Yes. So we have Mizmor Samek Dalet. Firstly, got two main parts right here. Today's daily psalm. We have, first of all, verses 1 to 6, the prayer, the tefillah, for protection, Hagana, for protection. And there we have the second part, verses 7 to 10. So verses 1 to 6, prayer for protection, KJV wise, verses 1 to 6, and verses 7 to 10, Elohim, Ha-Elohim will thwart the schemers and their conspiracy. So here, let's ride up right here. Today's daily psalm according to royal order. Once again, Chaverim, take note. We have the superscription included here in the Hebrew as the first verse, but I'm going to read this side by side with the KJV here. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O Elohim, O judge. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. La menatzeyach, mizmor le David. To the chief musician, to the presenter, the chief musician, to the overcomer. La menatzeyach, mizmor, a psalm, a chant. Mizmor le David, of David. Shema Elohim akoliya besechi mi pachad oyeba titzor Chayai. Here, Shema, Shema. And you say Shema, Yisrael. Here we say to Elohim, to the judge, the creator and judge. The creator and judge, we can say title of Yahuwah, Elohim. So we know it's a judgment psalm because of the use of this title here, Shema. Here, Shema Elohim. Hear, O Elohim. Hear, O judge. Shema Elohim. Koli, Koli. My sound, my vocal, my call, my voice. Koli. B'sichi, 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 B'sichi. In my prayer. Now the word siyach, we have siyach here in the form of sichi, sichi, my siyach, my meditation, my complaint, my siyach, my contemplation. By implication is like an utterance, It can be like a babbling, a communication, a complaint, a meditation, contextually speaking, a prayer, but it's not tefillah prayer. It's siyach, v'sichi, sichi. Shema Elohim koliya v'sichi. Mi pachad oyeb. Mi pachad oyeb. From the pachad, from the dread, from the fear, the pachad. Mi from pachad, from the dread, from the fear. Mi pachad oyeb of the hater, of the enemy. Mi pachad oyeb, titzor, preserve, titzor, come from natsar, Robenu, Yeshua, we say Yeshua HaNotzri. Nazareth comes from this root word natsar. Natsar means to guard, to watch, to keep over, natsar. To guard in a good sense, to protect, natsar. To maintain, to natsar. In a bad sense or another sense, it can mean to conceal, natsar. But natsar is related to the title, the attributes of Mosheinu, right? Ainai, Messiah, Yeshua HaNotzri. So we have this in the word, the command here, titzor, natsar, titzor. Chayai, my chai is life, my liberty. Titzor chayai. Shema Elohim koliya v'tzichi, mi pachad oyeb. Titzor chayai, preserve. Titzor, the verb natsar, as in Nazareth, Nazaret, Notzri, HaNotzri, right? Natsar, this verb, as well as hide. We have hide coming up in the next verse, are in the imperfect mood that may be rendered by the imperative, particularly in a prayer or a meditation, a siyach or tefillah. The literal translation is, thou will preserve, titzor chayai. Thou will preserve, thou will hide, thou will preserve. This is preferred by some of the exegetes as indicating that the psalmist in Ayani immediately follows his opening cry, his call, like when he says, call upon Elohim, like your honor, Shema, Elohim, like hear, your honor, hear, O Elohim. He follows his opening call for help with the assurance, always faithful, always sure, that it will be heard. Titzor chayai, preserve my life from what? Mi pachad oyeb, mi pachad oyeb, from the terror of the enemy, the strong fear, the pachad is like dread. Pachad is terror, dread. It's like a sudden alarm, right? By implications, the feeling of fear, of dread. Mi pachad oyeb, the strong fear, the dread that the enemy, the oyeb, the hater, arouses in me, arouses in I and we. Here's the bait verse. Second verse right here. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Tastireni, tastir ani, hide me. Tastireni, mi soda miraim, me rigshata po'ele aven, po'ele aven. Hide me. So remember the titzor, right? The verb, right? It's in the imperfect mood, and it may be rendered by the imperative, right? Thou wilt. Not just hide me, but you will. Tastireni. Tastir ani. You will hide ani. Tastireni. Mi sod. From the sword. The sword is like a counsel, right? The counsel, the sword, the secret plotting, the sword, and open assault. So you have twofold right here. Let's look at the verse. We have the secret counsel, right? The secret counsel, right? And we have the insurrection, the regesh, the riksha, regesh. We have the sword, the secret counsel, and we have the insurrection, right? The counsel and the tumult. Tasireni yamisoda miraima, me rikshata po'ele aven. Counsel, insurrection. Secret plotting is the sword, the counsel, and the open assault, the rikshat, right? The mob. It's like mob. What they call it? What they call that nowadays? Something about mob bullying or something like that. Somebody give me that word right there. Yeah, the secret plotting and the open assault. The verbs connected with these nouns, they also occur in Psalm 2, round about the first verse. All right, we have Psalm 2, round about the first verse. So we have the secret counsel and the open assault. First part, hide, thou shalt hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the tumult, the insurrection, the rikshat, mob stalking. Yeah, that's it. Rikshat is like the mob stalking. Tastareni yamisoda miraim. May rikshat, from the rikshat. May rikshat po'ele awen. The workers, the habitual workers of aven. Po'ele aven, of trouble, of sorrow. Those who exert themselves, right, for nothingness. Those who exert themselves to things that come to nothingness, right? So that kind of that mob attack right there. Here, bringing it to the third verse, the Gimel verse right here. The Gimel third verse right here. Still on these and those, right? Asher shananu kachareba lishonam, lishona. Asher shananu kachareba lishonam darkua chitzama davar mar. Who wet their tongue? They wet their tongue like a sword. Asher shananu, ka chereb lishonam. Their lashon hara, lishonam. Lishonam is their lashon, their tongue. They do what? Asher shananu. They wet it. Ka chereb, like a what? Like a sword. Bend their arrows, bitter words. Now, if you look at the KJV, it has an italicized, their bows to shoot, italicized, even italicized. Those words are not there in the Hebrew. So the force of the Hebrew, Asher Shananu Kachareba Lishonam, Darkua Chitzama Davar Mar, the force of it, who wet their tongue like a sword, bend their arrows, bitter words. Get it? Bend their arrows. Nothing about no bows to shoot, but bend, right? Darku chitzam. They bend chitzam. Their arrows. Davar mar. Davar, word mar. Bitter. Tongue like a sword. Kachereb l'shonam. We have this also right here in Psalm 55, round about verse 22. Also in Psalm 57, round about verse 5, verse 4, verse 5. And for aim the arrow, right? The aiming of the arrow we have in Psalm 58, round about verse 8, verse 7, verse 8. Now, bringing out the Hebrew sense where it says bitter words, right? Bitter word, actually bitter word, right? The Hebrew sense is bitter word or a poison word, a poison word, a poison word where it says davar, 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 word, mar, davar, mar. Poison word, bitter word. Literally, it's bitter word or bitter matter. The phrase evil matter in verse 5, it suggests the meaning here to be a serious matter. This is real deadly. They're playing games, right? This is a deadly scheme. They're dealing with a deadly scheme. Remember the rig shot. You know what I mean? You know, that rig shot, that mob bullying right there, the crowd. It's a crowd, right? Verse 4, the Dalet verse, the fourth verse right here, that they may do what? Continuing, right? The narrative here before the judge, right? That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly they shoot at him and fear not. Suddenly. Lerot aba misatarim tam pitom yoruhu with lo yirao, and they have no reverence. With lo yirao, they don't have no respect. With lo yirao, here that they may shoot in secret. Lerot, ba mistarim, mystery and a mystery, ba mistarim, in secret, ba and mistarim. As I told you, the word mystery, they say it's Greek, but really it's Hebrew. It's a conjugation in the Hebrew. Anyway, be that as it may, lirota ba mistarim tam. What's the tam? The tam is the perfect. They say Uncle Tom. They got the whole story backwards. Tom is the blameless, right? Tom is the undefiled one, right? Pitom yoruhu, pitom, suddenly, pitom, surprising, suddenly, pitom, right? Instantly, pitom, straightway, pitom, yoruhu, they shoot at him, yoru, they shoot who? They shoot him. Pitom yoruhu, with lo yirao, and they don't have no reverence, no respect. In secret, some bringing out as secret places, mistarim, in secrets, secretly. We have this also in Psalm 10, round about verse 8, verse 7, verse 8. Also in Psalm 17, round about verse 12, KJV, or verse 11. Verse 12 in the Hebrew, verse 11 KJV. They don't fear. They have no reverence. Velo yarao. They have no respect for Elohim or for man. Here, the fifth verse right here. They encourage, right? They get courage because they encourage themselves in an evil matter. Hebraically, in an evil speech. They encourage themselves in evil speech. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? To hide his snares, to hide their snares. Yechazku, they chazak themselves, chazak. Yechazku, they say chazak in their evil conspiracy. Yechazku lamo, they encourage themselves. Davar ra, davar, word ra, davar ra. Yechazku lamo, davar ra. Saprua litamona, mokashima amru, miya yere lamo. They say, who will see them? Right? Who will see what they have hidden against I and weak? They encourage, they strengthen themselves. They chazak, yechazku, Yechazkulamo. Yechazkulamo. They encourage themselves. They strengthen. Chazak, chazak, they say. This is interesting because when it says like Yahuwah hardened Pharaoh Paro's heart, he uses the chazak. He strengthened him. He encouraged him. But here they encourage themselves. Yechazkulamo. Strengthen. They do everything in their power to make their designs, their schemes and conspiracies effective. And then they have the audacity to say, Mi yere, me who yere, who will see Lamo, who will see them. Mi yere Lamo, who will see them. Ha Elohim, ha Elohim, they think, will take no notice of their bad-minded endeavor, their bad-minded proceeding, their mob and their gang, their gang stalking. Here, Psalm 10, Hebrew, the 11th verse, right? 10th, 11th verse, right there. Here for this opening section. This opening section right here. Go to the 6th verse right here. First part, prayer for protection. Prayer and meditation for protection. They search out iniquities. What? They search out iniquity. They investigate iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward of everyone and the heart deep. Both the inward, right? This is interesting. They search out iniquities or bring out the sense of we are consumed by that which they have thoroughly searched. The Hebrew sense is we are consumed by that which they have thoroughly searched, right? Right? They search to search. Diligently, the Hebraic is they search to search. They search and search, right? Yachpitsu olota tamnua chefes. Yachpitsu olota tamnu chefes. Mechupasa with Reba Isha, with Leba Amok, with Lev Amok, Velev Amok, the deep heart, a deep heart. They search out iniquities. The Hebrew sense is very, very interesting right here. A Hebrew sense of this is bringing out, let me just check this right here. Yeah, Tamanu, yeah, Tamanu or Tamanu. Tamanu, right? Yeah. The Tamanu sense would be this Tamanu and this Tamanu. For the Tamanu, we are consumed by that which they have thoroughly searched. Yachapesua olota tamnua chefes mechupas with reba isha with leba amok. Both the inward kareb of everyone and the heart leib amok. Leib amok is deep, is unsearchable. Search out, the sense of searching out, better devising, right? And continuing, we have perfected, they say, a carefully planned scheme, and each man's inmost thought and heart is deep, is what it's bringing out here. We have perfected, they say, a carefully planned scheme, and each man's inmost thought and heart is deep. A modern commentator remarks this, that the only period in David's and David's history that at all correspond to this picture would be his early life and liberty at the court of Shaul, at the court of Saul. Right here, this particular verse right here, this particular verse, Yachtesua olot, the olot, right, injustices, right, this injustice that they are doing. They plot injustice. They hide a well-conceived plan. They hide. They basically say that Hebraically the sense of is like we have finished. We have finished a well-conceived plan. Surely man's mind, his heart, right? His mind, his inward thoughts, his mind and heart are cunning. With Kareb Ish, the Kareb, the innermost part of a man, Ish, with laid, and his heart, right? His heart, amok, is deep. Right here. First part, today's daily psalm right here. All right, the first part of today's daily psalm right here, according to the royal order. This now takes us to the latter part, verses 7, we have 7 to 10. Ha Elohim will thwart, and even abort. He will thwart and abort the schemers and the conspiracy. Here. Yes, Ray. Yes, Israel. Check it. Rhema tune right here. Dubwise prophet rides again and again.
Psalm 64. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Psalm 64.
מזמור ס"ד למנצח, מזמור לדוד.
Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. My prayer.
שמע אלוהים קולי ושיחי.
Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
מפחד אויב תצור חיי.
Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
תסתירני מסוד מרעים.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
מריקשת פועלי אבן.
Who whet their tongue like a sword.
אשר שננו החרב לשנם.
And bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
דרכו חיצם דבר מר.
Even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God. For they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory.
Yah will thwart the schemers and their conspiracy right here. Mizmor Samek Dalet, Psalm 64, divine judgment. So we went through the first 6 verses, including the superscription, the prayer, the siyach, contemplation, for Haganah, for protection, And now here, the concluding portion of today's daily psalm, verses 7 to 10. God, Yah, will thwart the schemers. So right here, picking up right here of the 7th verse, KJV wise, but God shall shoot at them an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And once again, for the Chaverim, not reading, the italicized words. We read them so much, but they're not really there in the Hebrew. So try not reading them and then study the Hebrew. We get the force of the Hebrew right here. Right here. Their wound shall be. Elohim shall shoot at them. An arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. Shall their wound shall be. Suddenly. Here. Why? Yoreim Elohim Chaitza. Why? And Yoreim Elohim. And Elohim will shoot. The word for shoot in the Hebrew, the Yara will shoot. Why? Yoreim Elohim Chaitz. An arrow Chaitz. Pitom. Suddenly. Pitom Hayu. Suddenly they be, right? Makotam. Their wound shall be. In other words, it's like suddenly their wound shall be. It's an interesting context right here. Suddenly their wound shall be. You remember the earlier verse? The earlier verse kind of connected right there, where it talk about how they, I think it was verse KJV wise, it was verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the blameless. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and they have no reverence. Pitom yoruhu v'lo yirau. Pitom. Suddenly, instantly. Pitom yoruhu. Pitom yoruhu. Now here with Elohim, the judge, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Ainai Elohim, thwarting the schemers here. Picking up the 7th verse right here again. Wayoreim Elohim Chaitz will shoot at them an arrow. They didn't say arrows, but Chaitz, an arrow. Pitom Hayu Makotam. Makotam will suddenly be their Makkah. Makkah is a wound but blows. Makkah is like a blow. Like the implications of wound. In a figurative sense, it's carnage. Also, it can be pestilence, right? But literally, it's like a blow, a stripe, like a wound. Suddenly be their wound. Suddenly is the blow when Yahuwah will shoot, when Eloheinu is going to shoot at them. He's going to shot them. Because remember in the earlier verse 4, right, that they may shoot in secret at the blameless, the undefiled one. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and they have no respect. V'lo yirau. Now here in the response, so while Yoreim Elohim Chaitz, Elohim will shoot at them an arrow. Pitom Mahayu Makotam. And they will be wounded, and their wounds, only the blows will appear. So the translation, following the MT, Masoretic text accents, the sentence has been punctuated differently in the AV, in the authorized version, as, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. And also in the RV, the revised version, but Elohim shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. But the Hebrew sense of it is their wound shall be, right? Suddenly their wound shall be. They will all have like one wound, right? One carnage, one blow, one strike. The verbs are prophetic perfect, as usual in this kind of mizmor. What they intended to do to their victim, what they intended to do to their vic, Hailahim, Eloheinu, will certainly, no doubt about it, always faithful, always sure, Eloheinu will certainly do to them. Here, bringing us right here to the 8th verse of today's daily psalm. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Wa yakashiluhu alemo lishonama yita no dadu call roe bam. Call roe bam. All that roe, all that like look upon them, all that look upon them, call ro'eh, all the lookers, bomb, on them. Here, so they shall make their own tongue to fall. Wa yakashiluhu alemo, upon them, lishonam. Remember lishonam, their tongue was mentioned earlier, right? Bringing out the sense of, so they make their own tongue a stumbling to themselves. Wa and yakashiluhu. The sense of fall in Hebrew, wayakshiluhu, is from kashal. Kashal means to stumble, to stagger, to totter, right? To stumble, to stagger, to totter, to waver, right? It's through the idea of like weakness of legs, especially the ankle. The implication is to falter or to stumble, in a sense of to faint, to fall. The force of it is that their own tongue will be a stumbling, a kashal to themselves. Wayakashilu hu alemo upon them lishona yita nodadu. Nadad mean like to flee, to retreat. Is like to wave to and fro, like to flap up and down, but like to rove, almost like to drive away. The sense of nadad, yita nodadu, call a ro'eh, bomb, call ro'eh, and all that see them, right? The sense is shake the head, right? KJV says shall flee away, which is interesting sense right here. Let's touch on the first part. A stumbling to themselves. Wayakshiluhu alemo lishonam. Their tongue is stumbling to themselves. They, not he. They, get it? They, not he, will be ruined by their mischievous talk. They, not he. Wayakshiluhu alemo lishonam. Shake the head. The sense of shake the head can be brought out of this as well, like in a scornful sense in Psalm 22, round about the 7th, 8th verse. But KJV brings out nadad, right? Nadad can mean to flee away, right? But it has a sense of to wave to and fro, right? And that wave to and fro, in a causative sense, you can bring it out to drive away, figuratively, almost like they'll shake their heads and run away from them. The sense of it. Wayakshiluhu alemo lishona. Yitanodadu koroe bam. Here to the 9th verse right here, to the 8th verse right here. And all men shall fear. All men shall reverence and shall declare the work of Elohim, for they shall wisely consider his doing. So what Dawid is saying right here, calling on Yahweh, right, by the title of Elohim, he's bringing forth a judgment song. It's like, your honor. You know, he says Shema Elohim in the beginning. He's like, hear your honor. You know, hear your honor. Hear. I beseech the eye. Hear. He says, all men shall fear. Why Yeru will call Adam. All Adam shall reverence. Why Yeru will call Adam. Wa yagidu, and they will tell, they will hagad, wa yagidu po'al Elohim. They will tell of the po'al, the work here. There's a couple of words for work in Hebrew, often translated by one word for work. Po'al, the po'al sense is the work, the deed, something done. But when we get to the root of the pa'al means like to do something systematically, habitually, the practice. All will see not just the work, like he just did a work, but what he practices, what Eloheinu does systemically, how the judge judges. This is what he do. He do what he does. This is part of his system. This is part of his habit, right? This is part of his practice concerning Yahweh Eloheinu. Wayagidu po'al Elohim. Ma'asehu. Notice they have his doing here. His doing. Ma'asehu. hisakilu, and they shall wisely consider hisakilu from sakal, to be circumspect, to be wise, right, of his doing, of ma'asehu, of his doing, and his doing in the sense of this instance, this instance of judgment. In other words, like he's saying to Yahweh Eloheinu, by what you do for me, others will have this reverence of thee. A lesson of universal, universal, non-partial import and importation and importance would be learned from the outcome of the episode. That in the end, the fulfillment, righteousness, tzedek terdof, justice, righteousness triumphs, because there is a Elohim HaShofet. There's an Elohim who judges the world and all man and people in it, and all men, all what? All Adam. What does it say? Wa yireu, call Adam, and all Adam show respect. Possibly, some say this meant to be a contrast to, and they fear not. Remember in the earlier verse 4, where it says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, pitoma yoruhu, willo yirau, willo and not yirau, not reverencing, willo velo yirau, and they don't have no respect. Right here, bringing out the 9th verse, why yirau, and they shall reverence, call Adam. So those who have done this, they have no respect. But when Yahweh Eloheinu brings a judgment, why yireu, call Adam. Why yagidu, and they're going to tell Po'al Elohim of the work of the judge, how the judge judges. Uma asehu, and of his doing, he's sakilu. They're going to wisely consider his doing. What? When there is no respect, no reverence of Elohim, no respect in Adam's heart, they lack moral restraint. So when one has no reverence of Elohim, the almighty power, the judge of judges, right, the creator, they also lack moral restraint. They behave violently, right, and the innocent suffer. Now the psalmist here in I hopes and expects that all humanity will be controlled, would be maintained, and even restrained by such respect and reverence, and a consequence, and as a consequence, unrighteous conduct and action will be avoided because of the judgment. Declare the work of Elohim. All men show reverence, all Adam show reverence, and they declare the work of Elohim and understand his doing. Uma'asehu hisakilu. They will confess that his will, thy will be done, his will be done. His will decides the human issues. And accordingly therefore act so as to have his approval and therefore avoid the divine judgment or the consequence of being judged against. Here, the Yod verse, the Yud verse, the 10th verse right here. The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Yismach Sadiq Yahweh. Yismach, let him be happy, rejoice. Yismach, Sadiq, the righteous, by Yahweh, in Jehovah. With chasabo, and trust in him. With chasabo, with yitahalelu, with yitahalelu, glorying, to glory, brought out and translated as glory to halal, right? Yita hallelu, call Yisrael, all call Yisrael upright, those who are Yashar, laid in heart and mind, call Yisrael. All the upright in heart will hallelujah, will yita hallelujah, yit hallelujah. What do we have right here, here? Shall be glad, yismach, yismach, yismach. We say like sameach, like a happy, a holiday, sameach. You know, sameach, to be happy, yismach, be glad, tzaddik, right? And the tzaddikim, and the righteous ones, tzaddik, by Yahweh, and he who be, wechasabo, and trust, ba'u, in him. Trust, chasa, seek refuge, flee for protection, to confide in, wechasabo, yita, hallelujah, and to halal, to glory, to exalt, to hallelujah. Call Yisrael, call all Yisrael upright, all upright hearts. They will yita hallelujah, in victory of right over wrong, of good over evil. Yita hallelujah, Yisrael. And how do they yita hallelujah? How do they halal? Be wise, dub wise, here.
מזמור סמך ד' למנצח, מזמור לדוד. שמע אלוהים קולי ושיחי, מפחד אויב תיצור חיי. תסתירני מסוד מרעים, מרגשת פועלי אבן, אשר שננו חרב לשונם, דרכו חיצם דבר מר, לראות במסתרים תם, פתאום יורוהו ולא ייראו, יחזקו למו דבר רע, יספרו לטמון מוקשים, אמרו מי יראה למו, יחפשו עולות, תאמנו חפש, מחופש בקרב איש ולב עמוק, ויורם אלוהים חץ פתאום, היו מכותם, ויחשילוהו עליהם לשונם, יתנודדו כל רועבם, ויראו כל אדם, ויגידו פועל אלוהים, ומעשהו ישכילו. ישמח צדיק באדוני וחסבו, ויתהללו כל ישרי לב.
Psalm 64. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Psalm 64. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, is deep, is deep. God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory, shall glory, shall glory, shall glory, shall glory.
Yes, hallelujah. Dennis the Prince of Reggae Brown, classic.
Coming on, coming on. Prophet rise again. The prophet rise again. Oh yeah. The prophets rise again, oh yeah, man. The prophets rise again, well. When the children were beaten and weary, yeah. Then you taught us to fight all our enemies. Took us through life's tribulations, oh, yeah. Before us you made all the mysteries unfold. So I know he rides again, oh yeah. Our prophet rides again, oh yeah, yeah. The prophet rides again. Rise again, oh gosh, yeah, oh, why? Oh, yeah,
משפחה, הדרכה, לחגנה, Guidance and protection, Mishpacha. Guidance, protection. Bashem Yeshua. Glory be the King of Kings. Yes, I. Baruch Hashem. Yes. Laila Tov, Boker Tov. Be well. Shalom, Haverim. Shalom.